It's a beautiful day to be a Raider, draped in the silver and black. I represent the shield. I represent the swords. It's that time of night again, Raider Nation. And you come back. Why? Because you know it's time. It's time to bring them.
What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. Deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction. And it's a hump day on Raider Reaction. And what does that mean when it's Wednesday on Raider Reaction? It means we're going to drop back deep in the pocket and let it fly league-wide, touching on all the hot league topics as we go Ghost to the Post with Prime and the Commish once again. And on Wednesdays, Prime even brings a little extra special flavor with the Prime Cut. So, thank you for joining us. Appreciate, as always, any second you take to join us on Raider Reaction. So, those of you that are here, if you would be so courteous, please share, be so kind as to share. So, joining me tonight, as he does every Monday and Wednesday on Raider Reaction, is Prime, the Raider Reaction resident sports guru. He has been a ring announcer for MMA, boxing, announcer for professional soccer, play-by-play and color commentary for college basketball and college football, as well as the newly crowned vice president of the Hardcore Challenge. Let's not forget that. It is the pinnacle of fantasy football competition. The newly crowned vice president. Yeah, add that to his lengthy resume. Joining us again is our resident sports guru, Prime. And I do believe we got a new setup, and I like what I see so far. It was a crisp connection. But I think I like it.
Yep. We're good. All right, it's that Hump Day Raider Reaction show. So yes, indeed, we're gonna go deep league wide. We got all kinds of stories tonight. Man, we got, of course, a whole bunch of action going down in Houston. We got Joe Hayden getting cut by the Browns.
Yeah, he got fired.
He's already got another deal.
Got a job like on the same day.
Yep. Nothing like getting fired and getting hired. Yeah, all on the same day.
Yeah, for real. Excellent. Hey, it's not good for Mr. Hayden. Now, I spoke on this earlier, so I won't go into it much, but as soon as Joe Hayden got released, the Raiders fans were out like rabid dogs. You know, like you'd set some old steak out on the curb. Like, oh my God, a D-back, a corner.
What? Is that a cornerback?
Is that a corner?
Ooh.
I gotta get him, gotta get him.
I gotta get that. Wasn't he all pro at one point in time?
They were ready to get up on him, but Apparently, we weren't the only ones that had a group that wanted to get up on him because the Steelers got up on him for a pretty sizable tune.
Yeah, he's already signed with the Steelers. Gets a 3-year deal.
Yeah, $27 million. Pretty fair deal, really. So, for a guy that just got released, that's not bad money.
No, not at all. And you got to think, this was the same guy that was basically the best player on that Browns defense on the Browns team at one point in time. On the entire team in Cleveland, indeed, he was the best player. He held down his side of the field the best he could. What's up?
Nothing. I just now read your shirt. It just made me chuckle.
Yeah.
And yes.
I like the shirt. Too bad it's a medium, but but no, I love the shirt.
I thought maybe it was the camera making you look puffy. No, it's just the tight ass shirt.
Right. I'm puffy because I'm living that dad life.
Rocking the dad bod. I'm rocking the dad bod lately too.
Oh yeah.
That's what's sitting on your ass all day will do to you.
Yeah. Tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. I just look out the window of my little office and just imagine myself running. And when I get off work, you know what I don't do? Go running. So, here we go.
Yep. I run.
No.
I run from beer to beer.
Right? I do curls, 12 ounces at a time. But extra dinner.
I go on beer runs, food runs, all kinds of runs. Runs like that.
I run to the grocery store.
Yeah. I go on multiple beer runs a week.
I am not a professional athlete. I do not make time to work out as much as I should. But you know who does, apparently? Joe Hayden. Joe Hayden's still getting paid, man. When you get $27 million over 3 years, averaging $9 million a year, and he is what? Gosh, I don't even know the last time he was in the Pro Bowl. But at one point in time, he was always there.
Like, run away from the gym.
Yeah, tell me.
Don't even go. Just run away.
I might have to just start doing curls while I'm doing this show. No, but you know who's been doing his curls? Joe Hayden. He's still getting paid. And I don't know. I don't watch Cleveland enough to really know if he lost a step or if his cover skills were starting to diminish.
I think it's a lot.
But I can't understand why Cleveland got rid of him.
A lot of it's just health. There's probably a little of that, as probably the loss of step is also due to health. It's just simple. He hadn't been there. And when he has been there, he's not been 100%, so he's not been horribly effective as he should have been. So I think it's just a culmination. I mean, he was a one-time Pro Bowl corner, but those days are over.
But at the same time, why did Cleveland cut him? I mean, they were already suitors the same day. They could have traded him and actually got some kind of value from it.
He was barely on the trading block. I heard he was on the trading block, and the same freaking day, he's like, we want to trade him? Nah.
Got him.
We'll just release you. That's enough. We waited long enough. You know, it's like they didn't even wait. Like, who the hell's going to cut a deal that quick?
Right. Nah, deals like that in the NFL, man, they take time. Time.
Yeah, I don't.
Anytime you hear a trade, when you hear trade news in the NFL, there have been a team of people for both teams working hours, 12 hours before that, trying to finalize that trade.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say it had to be money. Anything like that is about always money. What's up, Jukebox? What's up, Raider Mike? What's up, everybody? Tammy. Our usual band of pirates and any new ones. Thank you for joining us. This is Prime. I'm the Commish. This is Ghost to the Post. Dropping back deep in the pocket, letting it fly league-wide. All the hot topics every Monday and Wednesday on Raider Reaction. Because you got to keep up on the entire league. You got to be an informed fan. You can't be one of them fans that's not informed. You got to know what's going on.
Yeah, you can't be all up in one team and all you listen to, hear about, read about, watch about is one team.
You got to call yourself down the other guys.
I mean, yeah, how are you going to get enough information to talk smack if all you know is your team?
Ah, yeah. You must be educated.
Yeah. Quick with your head foot. What?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Right.
but you know what, dude? You know what, Commish? I got to give mad props. I got to give a big old shout out. J.J. Watt is doing amazing things right now.
Yes, he is. He is.
Like, everyone's heard about the tragedy down in Houston. Hurricane Harvey coming in, dropping more rain in one day than Seattle gets all year.
It's crazy.
He comes out, he starts a fundraiser for the city of Houston. His initial goal was $600,000. And right now, at this moment, he's gotten it up to $10 million. $10 million.
Yeah, that's impressive. And it's nice to see, like, people say, I mean, there's a lot of celebrities that I've seen are just dropping $1 million.
Yeah.
You know, Sandra Bullock dropped $1 million. I seen a lot of celebrities that are dropping. And it's nice to see. I mean, if you've got the status like that, use it for good. You know?
Yeah. If you have that kind of platform, then absolutely. You should get up there and do anything you can in times of tragedy when people need you the most.
Yes. Yeah. It's a good. So it shows the little character that that guy's got. So.
Oh man, J.J. Watt, I admit he's got a character for days, but I got to disagree with one of the comments I saw. He's not a role model. Not a single athlete that plays on these fields, on these courts, in these games is truly a role model. Now, there might be some people that look up to him, kids and such, but you know what? I'm sorry. You know who needs to be their role model first? Mom and dad. That's right. You cannot leave it up to these athletes to be role models. Sorry. I come from that Charles Barkley school of thought when it comes to that. Uh-oh. You know what I'm saying?
Don't give me
like Charles Barkley said it best.
Osteen guy. Don't get me started on that Joel Osteen guy. Oh my God, that guy's he's a piece of work. What happened there? Oh,
I don't know. You got fuzzy.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Sorry. It's all good. But
yeah.
No, so I mean, I got to give all the respect due to J.J. Watt and everything that he's doing for the city of Houston.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. 100% agree.
All right.
What?
Now, I usually stay pretty up on the news. But, yo.
What? You're fine.
Joel Osteen. What Osteen do? What Joel Osteen do?
Okay, you know who he is, right? He's the mega church guy. He's the one you always see on. He's got all the memes about him. He's the mega church guy. He's got a mega church in Houston. So when his church closed, now his church used to be where the Rockets played, for Christ's sake. So it's gigantic. And it counts like 17,000 people. Well, after the everything hit, he just closed his doors and claimed it was due to flooding, and everybody fled the complex. He didn't offer it up, open his doors, bring in people, nothing. And then a couple guys go in rogue with video camera, and they go in, and they're like, the place is dry. It's just closed. It just closed, and they just left. It's dry. So he got thrown through the freaking mud through social media because he did not open up his church. He just basically failed. It's like, don't come in my ark, baby. Back off. You know?
Yeah, I saw his name popping up here and there, but I didn't know who he was, so I didn't really think anything of it. But, man, now that I hear that...
Yeah, but so...
Are you serious? I mean, there are people... there are people sleeping right now at the Houston Stadium
hold on.
because they don't have better shelter.
Hold on. To give you the whole story, because this was a couple days ago, because you're way the hell behind now. So the news story is today they have opened the doors and they're now bringing people in and they're helping out and blah, 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 blah. Only because they've got backed into a corner by media and social media because they've been shamed into now helping is basically the way I want to look at it. But at least they're helping, so...
Sure, better late than never, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Nice. Thanks for coming to the party, Joel.
Well, meanwhile, of course, the Cowboys are going to do a telethon broadcast to raise money for Harvey victims.
Well, yeah, I see they canceled the game between Dallas and Houston tomorrow because they moved the game to Dallas originally, and now they've canceled it altogether.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the 4th preseason game. I'm pretty sure these guys have a good idea of who's going to be on their roster. I mean, Dallas probably needs to look at some more defensive players, but no, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's kind of doing the right thing, you know? I mean, you can't really expect a whole fan base to show up for, first of all, a preseason game. Second of all, how many people have lost their homes? How many people have lost everything they owned? So
yeah, it's a preseason game. It's the 4th preseason game. I mean, you're missing out on a little practice. You know, it's not the end of the world. It's not going to give anybody an extra advantage or a disadvantage by having or not having it, in my opinion. So it's a smart thing to do. Cancel the damn game. Yeah. They have more important things to think about for a week or so.
I mean, in the end, this could potentially bring that city, bring that team, bring J.J. Watt, bring everyone involved in Houston closer together. If you look at back when New Orleans got struck by Hurricane Katrina, you know, and the Superdome there, it got wrecked by that hurricane. Mm-hmm. Yet still they had so many thousands of people sleeping there for shelter because they had nowhere else to go. They had nowhere else to go. But then, in the end, what happens? What happens? They finally open up the stadium. The Saints finally play, and like they get a block punt from a nobody. They got a block punt from this one guy. I think they got a statue for him. I forget his name who blocked the punt, but it helped them win the game.
Yeah.
And it was football. It was Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints that just gave that city more than what you could honestly like measure. It was something intangible. It was a feeling in the air. It was a togetherness. It was something magical practically. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it all came together over the Saints helping all they could with one of the greatest tragedies, or if not the greatest tragedy to hit that city. And I think the same thing is going to happen in Houston. But anyway.
I was like, no, what? It took me a sec to see where the hell you were going with that, for one. And then when I seen where you were going, I was trying to hit reverse because I was like, no way in hell is he going. You're going to tell me this is going to gild the Texans together and they're going to rise like a phoenix from the waters of the floods and they're going to win it all? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
I was like,
it's not going to catapult them. Now they might win that division.
Okay, all right, okay. I'll go there.
But no. You're not going to have suddenly
wait a second.
Man. So it rained a lot in Houston, so now the Texans win the Super Bowl. No. Because you know what they don't have? They don't have Drew Brees. That's what, like, maybe if they had Drew Brees and he went there and he threw for 5,000 yards this season. But no.
Okay.
No Tom Savage, no Deshaun Watson is going to propel them to the Super Bowl because it rained a lot. Oh, dang. I'm back. Oh.
Easy.
Yeah. I'm getting all worked up. I love football.
Oh,
you don't love football, you're doing it wrong.
Tomorrow night is the last meaningless football game I have to watch for the rest of the season. I'm very happy and excited about it. Now, tomorrow night, we are bringing you a little extra flavor tomorrow night because I'm not going to be able to do the after hours and I'm not going to do the regular show tomorrow. So NorCal Raider Rick and I are going to do a little pregame Raider Nation Ricochet at 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. And then we're going to stream the game right after it.
Dude, right, they're going to hear you.
Right here. We're going to have the game again. Be the last preseason one, and then we're on to the regular season, and no more games. But one more won't hurt. So you get some pregame action tomorrow, and then some live football.
What is this you hear? Cousins may get released.
Who the hell said that?
Mike Durkee.
D. Mike D. What? Mike D.
Because I'm Mike D and I get respect.
Yeah, you the sauce, little Mike? Come on now. Where'd you hear that? I have not heard that rumor at all. I would be shocked as hell. Is that even possible? Financially, is that even possible? I don't.
Well, hold on. I just looked it up. And I don't think it's possible. I mean, they got him franchise tagged. He's going to make a boatload of money. They obviously, for some odd reason, they don't want to pay him in Washington. I don't understand why. They need to sign that man to a long-term contract because he's the best quarterback since Joe Theismann or maybe Mark Rippon or Doug Williams or one of them Redskin quarterbacks. I don't know. But he's good. The Redskins released a statement, though.
Bleacher Report, he says. Bleacher Report. Huh?
Yeah, no, that's reputable. I'm looking at
Bleacher Report. I'm iffy on Bleacher Report, but I'll give it a look-see. I'll give it a quick look-see. That's worth a quick. I don't see anything jump out at me.
Well, I mean, I just looked it up, and basically the Redskins did release a statement. Apparently, they did make all kinds of offers to Kirk Cousins, and he didn't take them.
Well,
he's going to make $24 million this year.
Yeah. And that's the thing. If he goes out and has a halfway decent season, at the end of the year, there will be several teams standing in line to pay him a boatload of money. Like, just please.
Denver.
We've seen you're out there. You can at least.
Jacksonville.
Oh, but yes.
New York.
A veteran
Jets.
Quarterback that can make it through a season, they will pay him a boatload of money. Because look.
They got rid of half his weapons.
Now, speaking of quarterbacks and boatloads of money, Matthew Stafford gets fat paid and passes Derek Carr as the highest paid player in the league. Now, I've seen a lot of people say Stafford's not worth it. I am on the other side of the fence with that. I say Stafford is the best damn quarterback the Lions have ever had, and they should pay him. It's not his fault. He's trying to pull the entire franchise out of a funk. That's my fault.
All right. 2 out of the last 3 seasons, Stafford has taken the Lions to the playoffs. 3 out of the last 5 years, Stafford has taken the Lions to the playoffs. He lost his main weapon, Calvin Johnson, to early retirement. Because, tell you what, every really good player the Lions ever get retires early, a la Barry Sanders.
Yeah, the Barry Sanders.
Yeah. So you know who's not going to retire early now? Matthew Stafford. Why? They gave him all like 90-some-odd million guaranteed.
Yeah, he's getting fat paid. They're like, here.
His kids got nothing to worry about.
Please be a Lion. Forever.
Yeah. And without Matthew Stafford, they would be 0-16 again.
It's true. He's a pretty decent quarterback. It's just, they're fighting against a lot of history there, man. He's fighting against a lot of history there, and he's put him in the playoffs numerous times. So, in not the easiest division in the world, you know.
No, not the easiest. I mean, you got stupid Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. And, you know, for a while, Adrian Peterson he's no easy out over there with the Vikings. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
The Bears, they're hot garbage, but whatever.
Oh, yeah. But they've got Napoleon Dynamite and a new kicker.
They got a new kicker? Oh, didn't they get Tampa Bay's old kicker?
Yes, the one that can't hit a damn thing.
Yeah. So he's going to go to the Windy City and all of a sudden gain some accuracy. That's great. Yeah. That's good thinking by them. Tell you what, Soldier Field is open, man. The wind comes down through there, whoosh, knocks that football 3 feet to the left or right. Yeah, you don't even know.
He had a lot of choice. I don't think he had a lot of choice in the match. I don't think the teams were beating down his door to pick up a kicker that just got released for missing. You know? What worse could you get released for?
Ever since they moved that extra point back, which I like, it has been a lot tougher for kickers. I mean, it makes them, I mean, the extra point before was a given. Like, you knew they were going to hit it. If they decided to line up and kick for one, then they were going to get it. Now there's questionable. Now that's questionable. And I like the fact that more teams are going for two because it makes it more like Madden football, and everybody loves video game football.
Yes, we do. I got to get the new Madden. I haven't got it yet.
Yeah, same here.
I'm slow. I'm slow to the gate now. I used to be on it, but now I'm not.
I don't have time to go to the gym. How am I supposed to have time to go to the video game store?
I know. I'm like that old guy. I'll get it next year. It'll be cheaper. I'm like a year behind on everything with sports games. I don't care. They're all.
Dang, Popeye. Thank you, man.
It's all news. It's all new to me. It's still an improvement from Tecmo Bowl, which is hard to improve upon, mind you.
Oh no, Tecmo Bowl is the best.
It is possibly the greatest sports game ever, in my opinion. It is.
You either had to be the Raiders with Bo Jackson, or the Houston Oilers with Warren Moon.
I played with the Oilers. I ain't gonna lie. I played with the Oilers because they had that run and shoot, man. And
yep, who didn't?
Jackson was sweet on there, but it wasn't nothing compared to Warren Moon and all them wide receivers. You could shred somebody.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Love this.
Anyway,
all right. Moving along. Yeah. So, as I had mentioned at the beginning of the show, on Wednesdays, Prime brings a little extra flavor to the game with a little segment that we like to call the Prime Cut.
Oh, Bob.
I'm not sure what do we got in the Prime has in store for us tonight.
All right. Welcome to the Prime Cut. I am Prime. Prime time, all that Prime business. Anyway, so I got a couple of things I want to touch on tonight. All right, and someone did remind me. Of course, I got to talk about the fight. If you didn't see the fight, you should have saw the fight. It was entertaining. So I got to talk about the fight real quick. All right, the fight kind of happened like I thought it would. I was definitely a Conor believer. You know, I think that man can strike. I think his hands are heavy. I think he knocks dudes out, and I've seen it. But in a boxing ring, you know, I forgot I hadn't seen Floyd Mayweather. I haven't watched boxing in a few years, so I admit. It became painfully evident as I was watching the fight that either Conor McGregor has to knock him out now, I'm talking rounds 1 through 4, or it wasn't going to happen. And he actually got a couple of good ones in on Floyd. It was definitely a good fight. I thought it was entertaining. Now, there's going to be a couple of really good fighters that come up and fight here soon. Probably not going to watch that fight, but I'm going to watch some UFC because that's where my heart is anyway. So the fight itself, I saw Conor McGregor, and once he got tired, I saw the same look, the same sort of posture he had in the Nate Diaz fight. When he fought Nate Diaz and he lost the first time, like, Diaz caught him on the chin one good time and it surprised the crap out of Conor McGregor, and he got all woozy for a minute. And then he tried to take him down, and then he got taken down, and Conor McGregor is not a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And you know what? It was all good. Anyway, so the fight was kind of as I thought it would. It was as I thought it would go. Canelo versus Triple G is going to be worth watching if there's a boxing match worth watching. So I don't know. It's being promoted by the Golden Boy. What's his face? The Golden. Anyway. So Canelo, Triple G, it's going to be a much better boxing match for those boxing purists than Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. Canelo, Triple G, like I've seen people on social media where they've like, who you got? Canelo, Triple G, and everybody's saying Canelo, which almost makes me think that Golovkin might just knock him out. And that's the best thing about it. They're talking about that fight being the best fight since like Hearns and Tommy the Hitman, Hearns and Hagler. Yeah, De La Hoya is promoting the fight. Thanks, guys. Yeah, they're saying that fight is going to be like epic. I mean, two guys both moving forward, throwing haymakers. Defense? What defense? I don't know. So in a way, I mean, I'm curious. I might have to watch it. I haven't ordered a boxing. Well, of course, this last fight was boxing, but it didn't really count because that was Conor McGregor, and he's a MMA guy. All right, Alex, welcome to the show. This is Prime and the Commish here on Goes to the Post. It's a special edition of the RAIDER ReACTION. If you're just now joining us, this is the Prime Cut where I got some sports to talk about, so I had to touch on that fight. It's over now. I hope Conor McGregor just goes back to the UFC and just runs it. I hope he fights a Diaz again. It'll be good. It'll be good. So, oh yeah, and the tax evading wife beater that Floyd Mayweather is, I hope he stays retired. The funniest meme I saw on social media was hilarious. Was Floyd Mayweather? He's not 50-0. He's 51-0 because he beat his wife too. Anyway, so that's all I got to say about that. Now, also, I got to touch on the NFL because there's some stuff going on, and actually I was on the Bill Ryder show on CBS Radio. Sorry, shameless plug for someone. Anyway, and I brought up this point, and it's the same point for two different guys. 54-0, 55-0. All right, whatever. He's undefeated. Good for him. Floyd Mayweather, go retire, and I hope I never hear from you again. All right? Yeah. Ooh. All right, y'all. Nonetheless, there are two players in the NFL that both got exactly what they deserve. And the first one is Matthew Stafford. Yeah, he deserved to be the highest paid player right now. And next year, when I think Aaron Rodgers is a free agent, he'll be the highest paid player. Does anyone remember when Bradford came out of what, Oklahoma, I think? Gosh, oh man, I don't recall. He was the last rookie quarterback to get a deal before the players union and the league put a cap on the rookie pay scale. Okay, Sam Bradford got paid coming out of college, and he was the last rookie to get paid like that. Now, Stafford deserves every dollar he's getting because right now he's what? He's the best quarterback that had a deal, that had a contract coming up here soon, basically. That's why. And the next quarterback that gets a deal, one of those upper echelon quarterbacks, the Raider quarterback Carr, he was the highest paid. Like, it's not, man, highest paid player in the NFL doesn't last long. It only lasts until the next guy gets signed. So it doesn't really matter. No one really cares. Like, yeah, he's going to make 90-some-odd million guaranteed. He's weak, what? Because, I didn't say he was better than Carr. What, are you crazy? Yeah, man, he's not weak. The guy he had a couple of injuries like his first 2 seasons, I think. He hasn't missed a game since. The guy has been just delivering dimes as much as he can on a crappy team forever. Like, no offensive line. Hasn't had a 100-yard rusher since Reggie Bush. When was the last time Reggie Bush got 100 yards? Anyone remember Reggie Bush out of US? Yeah. Man, Reggie Bush was the last 100-yard rusher. That's right. Last 100-yard rusher for the Detroit Lions. And yeah, and he's still back there, still dropping back, still throwing into coverage because, man, there's no reason to respect the run. Can't win the big one. I don't know, man. Like, I think Stafford could. He is just taking hot garbage with him along the way. Man, his best receiver, one of the best receivers ever. Ever. Yeah, Barry had the same issue. Detroit's just terrible. Just terrible. And they get one really good guy and they run him into the dirt because he has to carry that team. So you damn right. Matt Stafford gets what he deserves, and that is paid. His kids got nothing to worry about now. So I got no problem with that guy. And he's not like he's had off-the-field issues. Not like he's out there sexually harassing women in a car full of guns, Yeah. Whatever. I talk about every team in the NFL, bro. Step up. You're new. All right. So the other player that gets exactly what he deserves is Ezekiel Elliott. That's right. I hope he serves every single game he is suspended for because he deserves it. I don't care how his defense or Dallas fans or whoever try to attack the character of the girl. I know she's not a good person, but she's still a girl, and you don't hit women. And the NFL has had their issues with that for a good long time now. I mean, they dropped the ball big time when the running back over there in Baltimore, when he hit his girl in the elevator, and it wasn't a big deal until the video came out, and then you saw him just drop her, and it was like, oh my God, and that's, and he hasn't had a job since. I'm not saying Ezekiel Elliott shouldn't have a job. Everyone deserves a second chance, but he should serve every single game of that suspension because you don't hit women. Like, the NFL took a whole year to investigate this. They didn't just come up with it out of nowhere. No. Wow. All right. Dang, people. I mean, I got nothing but love for everybody. I tell you. Thank you, Popeye, for having my back, dude. Like, I appreciate it. Anyway, let these haters come on. They can say whatever they want. They're just, they're just words on a screen to me. I don't care. Yeah, but Ezekiel Elliott, he does have some problems. Can't go lifting up girls' shirt in the bar. You can't go knocking people out. Nah, not when you're a professional athlete making millions of dollars. Boy, I'm sorry. But that's one thing these athletes have to remember. And maybe I'm a little bit crazy for saying this, okay? Now, all of a sudden, it's like an en vogue thing for players to go and kneel during the anthem. I tell you what, if that owner doesn't want them to kneel, then they shouldn't. Want to know why? Because they're on company time. I can't do whatever I want at my job, And that doesn't mean my job is equal to a professional athlete. But still, there's no reason why any NFL player should be able to, kneel down if the owner doesn't. The man who writes the checks. If the man who writes the checks doesn't want you to kneel down, then you don't kneel down. You stand up. You stand up. I'm sorry. You got to be accountable. I'm sick of all this, all these NFL players. Man, I tell you what. You got to be accountable. You got to listen to your boss. All right, you got to listen to your coach. You're on company time. You're not. This isn't free time. Like, you could afford. I mean, as a professional athlete, if you really, really wanted to, okay, you could go out, get a television crew to film you out in front of the capital of your city, in the Capitol building of whatever city you're in, and you could sit there, talk your talk, kneel down during the anthem. I mean, come on. All right, you can do that as a professional athlete. When you are on the field and the TV cameras are watching you and the commentators are saying, all right, he's going to have a great game tonight, you know, then that is not the time to voice your political opinion. All right, let me just slow down. I got a little hot there for a second. I got a little hot. I got a little hot. Woo! So that's right. So the bottom line is, I think both players get exactly what they deserve. Matthew Stafford gets paid because he's the best quarterback the Lions have ever seen. And Ezekiel needs to be suspended for all of his suspension because he did something wrong and he needs to pay the damn price. So anyway, that's going to be that's my prime cut right there. If you don't like it, you don't have to stick around for it. But hey, I tell it like I see it, and I call it duck a duck. Don't mess around.
You don't like it? There's the door.
That's right. This is my house. No.
You don't like it? It's quite all right. You just sit there and don't like it. But don't leave. No.
Yeah, stick around. Watch. Yeah.
Listen to this guy. If you don't care what the hell he has to say. Yes, please. So, moving on. Vontae, he's getting dropped from 5 games to 3 games. They cut his suspension. Cincinnati linebacker.
Yeah, good. Perfect.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have been suspended for 5 games for playing football. Like,
well, he's got a bad track record for one. So, but
I know he's got a history.
The hit itself in question is, I didn't think it was that bad either, but
it wasn't that bad.
No.
If the tight end would have been paying attention, it wouldn't have been that bad at all.
I know. So,
I don't know how long some of you folks have been watching football, but I've been watching football a good long time. Yeah, I am on fire. All right. And there was a time where wide receivers would sweat. They would literally quiver in their cleats if the freaking coach called a drag pattern across the middle. And now we got this 2-hand touch Sally football where they throw a flag if you get your cleats caught in your skirt. Dude, like, man, Vontae's perfect. You just keep on playing football. Do we remember Jack Tatum? Oh, yeah. Do we remember Lawrence Taylor? Do we remember, who's your defensive end? Who's the best defensive end in Raider history? Is that Howie Long?
Yeah.
He was up there.
Yeah.
But you know what Howie Long didn't do? He didn't pull his punches. The man kept hitting. He hit hard. And that's how you do it. Perfect? You keep on hitting. Keep it clean, but you keep on hitting.
Yeah, if he could just keep it clean, I got no problem with freaking somebody, hitting somebody,
I like hitting. They don't. The NFL is trying to get away from it. They don't even put out the videos anymore like they used to. Like, oh, the best hits of 2016. No. Sure, people will put that together, but the NFL would literally put out videotapes.
Quick, after they started all the concussion stuff. Remember, Jacked Up? He got jacked up.
Jacked up. Yeah.
They cut that off. No more Jack.
Yeah.
That was one of the first ones they got rid of. Yep.
So it's like the NFL is. I mean, it's still my favorite game, favorite sport to watch. But, oh boy, is it getting soft?
It's getting
Is the NFL getting soft?
I don't know if I'd call it soft because the guys that are playing it are gigantic men, and
True.
they're big, fast, strong, and powerful. And for Otis
Bigger,
Sistrunk,
faster, stronger.
Otis Sistrunk is your prize pack point of the night. Otis Sistrunk, number in the comments.
My name's not Otis. I'm not drunk. What?
Who?
Huh?
What? Where?
Oh, dude. Woo!
No, did you see this?
Jack Tatum was nasty. Mike Singletary was nasty. He's a really nice guy, Mike Singletary. But man, he had that crazy eye. Like, do you ever see that clip of him? It's like so cold that like heads are steaming and stuff. And Mike Singletary's just like standing over the line, just looking for someone to hit. Oh man, I don't like the Cowboys. I don't like the Chicago Bears, but that was good stuff. You know, I mean,
got it. 60. Glenn got it.
Ronnie Lott, Steve Atwater, some of the hardest hitters, safeties used to pop people for coming over the middle. Those were the good old days.
Glenn got
Vontez Burfict, you. Vontez, yeah. Ronnie Lott cut off a finger to keep playing.
That is one of the most football damn stories. I've told my wife, I've told my kids that story before. Yeah. To play, I believe it was a playoff game too. And he's like, yeah. He's like, well, just cut it off then. If I cut it off, can I play? Yes. Well, then cut it off. I don't need it anyway. It's a freaking pinky. Just cut it off.
Now, it is rare that I will conjure up an old football story from high school, but we used to scream on my football team, and every time it was getting hard when we were working out 2-a-days, summers, freaking sweating and whatnot, we gotta love it. Gotta love it. You know who loved it? Ronnie Lott loved it so much he cut off a finger. Like, he loved it.
Yeah.
He loved it more than fat kids love cake. Like, he loved football. Man, cut off a finger. Just cut it off, coach. Not just tape it up. He didn't just tape it to the other finger.
Nub me.
You know.
Nub me.
Yeah.
I don't need that little bastard anyway.
Right? So,
they're disposable.
yeah. But we're getting closer to the regular season. The fourth week of preseason is pointless.
It's a painful week. It really is.
Yeah. Doesn't even matter.
But we're gonna have it live for you tomorrow. This painful game. If you wanna join me for it, because misery loves
half the guys on TV are gonna get cut.
Yeah. Misery loves company. Let's all try to figure out who's gonna make it while we watch. That guy's not gonna have a job tomorrow. That guy's not gonna have a job tomorrow. He's not gonna have a job tomorrow. It'll be great.
Yeah.
It'll be
that blown assignment there. He's gonna be selling insurance.
That's a pink slip in your locker.
Whoa.
Yes.
The stinger. I don't know anything about the stinger.
The stinger? What stinger? Like
Something about the stinger. Give her some. I don't know. I know something about the shocker, but not the stinger.
Easy now.
My bad.
Easy now. Oh, goodness gracious. So, did you see that there was news that Romo took a look at joining the Jets before retirement? I don't think that's really new.
I heard that.
I think Romo took a job at anywhere.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. As El Presidente would say that's fake news, man. There's no way in the world Romo was looking at the Jets.
You think?
Man, no. They got no talent there. You mean, like, was this before or after they got rid of, like, Eric Decker and the wide receiver that's over
Brandon
New York
Marshall.
now?
Pretty much
Brandon
everybody
Marshall.
on the damn team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. So, boy. I mean, that's all well and good. Tony Romo, he just better stick to doing whatever TV he's about to do. He is done. His back is done. Like, he's done. If he, man.
Done, man.
Like, the last time he got hurt. The last time he got hurt, he was, like, in a sitting position and got crunched a little bit and never took the field again because of Dak Prescott.
Yeah. No, he's... Give it up, Romo. You're done. He's like paper mache. The guy's like a Fabergé egg back there.
Now,
dainty and fragile.
what was really funny is I was checking out some news, and there's a reporter, an NFL reporter for Fox named Rob Parker, and he said that the Lions would be better off with Colin Kaepernick over Matt Stafford.
Really? I don't think so. I would not. I would have to disagree with that statement.
Yeah. I think he's wacky or something. Because, I mean, Colin Kaepernick's talented, but, man, really? I don't think he has the arm talent or the decision-making. So, anyway, it's just, yeah, you saw that too, Jimbo? For real.
What's up?
Oh, that Rob Barker was saying the Lions would be better.
Yes.
With Kaepernick.
Yes. I don't think anybody would be better with Kaepernick at this juncture right now.
I think the Jacksonville Jaguars would be better with Kaepernick. I think the New York Jets would be better with Kaepernick. The Los Angeles Rams might be better with Kaepernick.
But these are bad teams, and you're bringing him in a media circus with it. And for a team that's that bad, I don't think they can handle that.
Man, everyone keeps talking about this media circus, and it might last a week. You know, it might last a week. It's not that big of a deal. So, actually, whatever team did it
scares teams away, though. It just does. It's reality.
Man, the news cycle is over in 24 hours. Like, whatever team did it would actually be heralded as, like, for having courage and all that kind of stuff. Like, oh, when everyone else wouldn't do it, you stood up against the little man or stood up against the big, whatever. You did something, man, they'd be heralded. It'd be, like, good publicity for whatever team that did it now because so many people have gotten behind that. So many people have gotten behind it. You know? And, yeah, I mean, Kaepernick, why did he take a knee when he shouldn't have been taking a knee because he was on company time? Why did he take a knee? Yeah. Because, man, you can't shoot black people in the streets when they don't have weapons on them. Woo! Oh, dang. Well,
I only half caught that statement, and I can't read it because I don't want to know. So, like, half had a message come through, and I just caught, like, the last half of that, and, yeah. I'll have to catch it on the rewind.
Oh, I'm dying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dang.
All right,
y'all.
Well, that's it. On that note, that's
come back next week for
the Commish. Go to the Post on Monday
and Wednesday.
Yes, sir. And Wednesday with another Prime Cut on Wednesday. But back on Monday as we'll rip through all of the. There'll be a lot to tear through, man. All the cuts are going to happen. You're gonna get it. We're gonna get a first look at the rosters and the fallout from who is left without a job. So the fallout will be extensive. We will dig through the body and the carnage on Ghost of the Post on Monday. But before that, tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern, an extra special time, a extra special Raider Nation Ricochet with myself and NorCal Raider Rick as we break down and get you ready for preseason week 4 Seattle at Raiders, which you might just get a watch here. So, make sure you tune in tomorrow. A little early for the pregame with myself and NorCal Raider Rick. And then we'll lead you right into some sea chickens at Raiders. So, thanks for joining me. Appreciate any seconds you stop in. Thanks Prime for joining me every Monday and Wednesday as he always does. And brought the fire tonight. Prime was fired up. Love it. So, good connection tonight. Good juju in the Raider reaction world tonight. It's good stuff. Love it. Thanks for joining me. Be here tomorrow. Game time. Little pregame action with myself and NorCal. I'm out. Peace, love. Raider Nation.